गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि.
In this class, you will learn about the non-cooperation movement and Swaraj by Mahatma Gandhi ji. The English have not taken India, we have given to them. They are not in India because of their strength, but because we kept them. These are Mahatma Gandhi ji's thoughts documented in his controversial book in the Swaraj. His Swaraj was a momentous work of Gandhijian ideology. In this book, Mahatma Gandhi ji throws light on the ideas of non-cooperation and self-rule for the first time. He suggests that if Indians resolved not to cooperate, the British rule could get abolished within a year, and Swaraj or self-rule will become a reality. In the book, Mahatma Gandhi ji thrust on the self-rule through individuals and community building. He opposed the hierarchical political system followed by Britain. He wanted to start a movement of a huge scale to involve more people from different communities. How could non-cooperation become a movement? Gandhi ji proposed that the movement should unfold in stages. It should begin with the surrender of titles that the government awarded and a boycott of civil services, army, police, courts and legislative councils, schools and foreign goods. Then, in case the government used the depression, a full civil disobedience campaign could be launched. Through the summer of 1920, Mahatma Gandhi ji and Sukat Ali toured the extensively, mobilizing popular support for the movement. Many within the Congress were, however, concerned about the proposals. They were reluctant to boycott the council's elections scheduled for the November 1920, and they feared that the movement might lead to a popular violence. In the month between September and December, there was an intense confusion within the Congress. For a while, there seemed no meeting point between the supporters and the opponent of the movement. Finally, at the Congress session at the Nagpur in the December 1920, a compromise worked out and non-cooperation program was adopted. Now, let us focus about how did the movement unfold. Who participated in it? How did different social groups conceived the idea of non-cooperation movement in India? An important world event of this time was the defeat of Ottoman rulers of Turkey in the World War I. Rumor was spread that the Ottoman ruler or Khalifa could be subjugated to accept a harsh peace treaty. Khalifa was considered the spiritual Islamic head, so the news about the treaty did not go well with the Muslims all over the world. In March 1919, the Ali brothers, Muhammad Ali and Sukat Ali, formed the Khilafat community in Mumbai, together to support for the Turkish Khalifa. Mahatma Gandhi ji seized that joining Caliphate could be the most favorable step to unite Muslim and Hindu for the common cause of national movement. Now, let us focus on the non-cooperation movement in the towns and countryside. Non-cooperation Caliphate movement began in full swing in 1921. Amid a lot of action and to mark, many diverse regional groups joined this movement to meet their specific objectives. In the towns, people supported wholeheartedly to the call of Swaraj, and the movement witnessed active participation by people from all sections of society. Many students, college teachers, lecturers, and many headmasters of the government controlled colleges joined the movement. Lawyers also gave up their legal practices and boycotted courts and joined into the movement. During this time, most of the Indian provinces boycotted the council election except Madras. Meanwhile, people closed the liquor shop and boycotted foreign goods and clothes. At many places, foreign clothes were burnt in a huge bonfire. Foreign clothes import halved between 1921 and 1922 and dropped from 102 crores rupees to 57 crores rupees. The use of domestic goods, Swadeshi, was encouraged by Mahatma Gandhi. Some Indian traders also rejected foreign goods and foreign trade. Gradually, the demand for the Indian cloth increased and the vanishing textile khadi industry of India got a new seize of life. Although the non cooperation movement had begun with an active response from the people, it slowed down after a while. Why? Let us understand why. The replacement for the cloth, the khadi, was quite expensive and behind the reach of the common masses. Lack of alternative, people began to buy the British meal cloth again. Similarly, no Indian alternatives for the British institution had been set up so far. Therefore, the students, the teachers came back to their representative schools and colleges, and the lawyers rejoined the court. The non cooperation movement also spread to the rural areas and coincided with the protest of peasants and tribals. In Awadh, peasants were held by Bhaban Ram Chandra, a sannyasi who had earlier been to Fauji as an indentured laborer. Indentured laborer means bonded laborer. The movement here was against the talukdars and landlords who had forced the peasants by demanding high rates and several taxes. They forced the villagers to do begar and work at landlords' farms without payment. The peasant movement mounted with the demand revenue reduction, abolition of begar, and social boycott of oppressive landlords. Some village panchayats started Nahi Dohi Bandis and stopped basic services of the washermen and barbers to the landlords. In October 1920, Awadh Kisan Sabha was set up, headed by Jawaharlal Nehru and Baba Ram Chandra, to address the grievances of the peasants. For a bigger impact, the Congress decided to integrate the peasant movement of Awadh with the non-cooperation movement. However, the peasant movement didn't work as expected. It developed a violent strike as the peasants attacked houses of the landlords and looted markets. Some of them misused Mahatma Gandhi's name and claimed that he had asked to not to pay the taxes and divide the land amongst the poor. Similarly, the Gautam mills of Andhra Pradesh tribal peasant misinterpreted the meaning of Swaraj. The tribal had suffered a lot of oppression at the hands of the British. As a result, they staged a rebellion under the leader of man called a Allur Sitarama Raju. He was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi and a non-cooperation movement. However, some of his thoughts were vastly different from the Gandhian idea of non-violence. He believed that freedom could be get by force and violence, not through non-violence. To achieve Swaraj, the rebels of the Godham Mills attacked British officials and carried on guerrilla warfare. In 1924, Raju was executed by the British, but he acquired the position of the hero in the tribal folklore. Undoubtedly, non-cooperation movement was unique as different social groups as described their own meaning to that movement and Swaraj. A non-cooperation movement was conceptualized as a non-violent resistance of the British rule. However, as the movement spread across the country, it developed a violent strikes. The peasants in Awadh and the tribals in Andhra Pradesh had interpreted the concept of the Swaraj in their own way. Let us now focus and find out how the plantation workers in Assam understood the meaning of Swaraj. These workers worked under very strict rules and regulations. The England Immigration Act of 1859, plantation workers were not permitted to leave the tea garden without permission. They were prohibited the plantation workers to leave the garden without permission. In fact, they were seldom allowed to go back to their home. Naturally, for the homesick workers, the non-cooperation movement implied the time to break rule, the rigid confinement of the plantation. Inspired by the non-cooperation movement, thousands of workers disobeyed the British authorities and left the plantation to go back to their home. They were also under the impression that in the Gandhi Raj, all of them could be granted land in their respective village. However, the journey of the workers was disturbed due to railway and steamer strikes. Eventually, the police got them and beat them mercilessly. The Congress had never expected the non cooperation movement to develop in this violent manner. The plantation workers had described their own meaning to Swaraj from that of the Congress. They left Swaraj marked an era where their suffering could end. Interestingly, one supporting the non cooperation movement and evoking the ideas of the Gandhi, the plantation workers unknowingly became a part to larger freedom struggle. By this, I end the class today and I will meet you in the next class. Thank you. Have a safe learning.